live. Look at that, everybody. I don't have a lot of time, but I was given a little break here on Sunday, and I have my setup here. I thought we'd play some NES. Switch this around just a little bit. Yeah, look at this. This is where I've been shooting my cheesy little videos lately. Have my little clone set up here, and I have an official, authentic NES here that I've had for 20 years. And they're both actually hooked up right now, except they seesaw back and forth about power. So what I thought I'd do... There we go. Now we're clipped. Let's see if we can get some good... like that. See if we can get a good angle. This is the kind of thing that people typically do like before they go live. But all right, yeah, just give me access to live chat. That's fine. Yeah, I want to see it. No, don't stop streaming. I just put the chat on my screen. That's wonderful. All right. Oh, well. I don't think anybody's going to be chatting anyway. And you know what? That's perfectly okay. Because we're just having a good time. That's all. So I got this copy of Iron Tank. I got this out of the Retro Junk Box a good while back. And I tested it out on the Hyperkin. Not every game works on the Hyperkin, but this one does. And I played this one last night and loved it. So I went back into my collection downstairs where like my bigger, NES game dump is, and I pulled out 3 games. Spy Hunter, which I got from Hemrock, thank you so much. Hydlide, which I got from Scott Lammers of Classic Leet. Don't think I forgot about you, brother. He sent this to me for nothing. I remember him expressing interest in my copy of Mickey Mania, Mickey Mousecapade, and I don't think I ever sent it to him, but he was just like, you know what? Here's Hydlide, bro. So thank you, man. And also, I just bought this one outright. This is Ice Hockey. This one I had as a kid, and I wanted like quick pick up and play games, and I haven't played Ice Hockey in a lot of years. So I thought it might be a good pick up and play game. So we're gonna start with Spy Hunter, and I got some stuff to clean this here. I use my old method: Q-tips, water. Just give it a good rub down. These days, like this kind of thing I'm afraid to do on the internet because I know that this is not the best way to do it, right? But this is what I've always done. So look at that. Not good stuff. If I remember right, I think it was Top Loaded Gaming who told me about this. That one thing you can do is just open up the carts and use an eraser from a pencil, and that'll get the gunk off. But I don't know. Let's see if Spy Hunter works on the clone system. Love, love, love the clone controller. Like, I wasn't expecting to like this as much as I did. But I gotta say, the Hyperkin controller, this is what it's all about. Spy Hunter works. Alright, you know what? We're gonna play Spy Hunter first. But, like a true PC guy, first things last, I want to make sure all 3 of these games actually run on the clone console. Because you know what sucks? I started playing this thing and I realized I tested out the Zapper, and I got the Zapper working. And I was like, oh yeah, the Zapper games are great. I got a little chair that's right near this. This is a small TV, so if you're like 6 feet away, it feels like, like a decent challenge. So the Zapper setup is actually really nice. So I only own 2 Zapper games. One of them is Duck Hunt, which I did on the video, and the other one is Bayou Billy, because it has a Zapper mode in it. This is Bayou Billy I got from Wes Gross Customs, who's been off of YouTube for a very long time. At one point, he was taking flathead screwdrivers and he was like beveling out the inside to make them fit the security bit. And somebody made a video, hey, reach out to Wes Gross if you want one of these because he'll send you one. And he did. He sent me one of his little beveled out security bit things that didn't really work very well. And he sent me this unprompted for free just to test it. Which is why if you look at the screw holes on the back, they're like stripped out. And it's like not really in good shape. So Bayou Billy didn't work on the clone machine, and I was a little bit hurt because as bad as it is, I know Bayou Billy, ice hockey. Bayou Billy is a game that really got the worst of the worst when it came to like localization for America. But I still love it anyway. Yeah, I played the heck out of Bayou Billy as a kid. And Hide Lied, I like clunky RPGs, man. I like clunky early PC era RPGs. Oh wow, this doesn't fit in the slot. Oh wow, look at this. There's a bubble out like sticker thing on the back. And it's like stops it from going in the clone console. All right, I can take care of that. But I'm certainly not going to do that now because this is about playing games. That's what we're doing here. So we're going to put Hide Light aside. We're going to put ice hockey aside. And we're going to play some Spy Hunter. Ugh. Spy Hunter remains... Let's see if I can get you a better shot. Spy Hunter today is the best high score challenge that we've ever done here on TCR. It was several years ago, and I got to tell you, man, everybody came out for that one. NG made a video for it. I think he took the crown. Michael Smith, who very unfortunately I stopped getting along with, and I really regret that. He made a video for it. Everybody played Spy Hunter. So now, since that happened, that's one of the things this game reminds me of. I'm going to skip the tricks for Spy Hunter. Oop. Right? Because there's a all guns trick, and there's also an infinite or a 10 plus life trick. I'm going to skip that. I want a vanilla run just because I want to see what my score would be. All right. We're doing it, boys. It's camera on TV. Let's get them. Okay, so if you've never played Spy Hunter, the way it works is in the lower left, lower right, we've got a little timer. And when the timer runs out, I have infinite lives while the timer's going. And when the timer runs out, I get a man for every, I think it's 10,000, it might be 100,000. So on a generic playthrough, you play till the timer runs out, and then you might have one, maybe two if it's a really good run, extra lives. It'll let you accelerate very, very fast, but if you get going that fast, then you're going to run into something and kill yourself. And that little bit of physics makes it difficult to play as a kid, because you're like, well, I can go so fast. Why would I not go as fast as I possibly can? Oh yeah, I forgot about the helicopter. But that's the whole thing about, like, you're able to go faster than you can control. It's like a simple mechanic, but it adds some really great realism. And if you kill an innocent person, right, so your score goes up as long as you're driving. It goes up slowly. If you look in the upper right hand corner, it's just going up. But if I accidentally kill an innocent person, meaning any car or vehicle that is not dark blue, no! Then, yeah, that was my extra man. Then your score will freeze for a while. See, it's blinking now because I killed the motorcyclist. $13,940. Hang on a second, let me write that down. I don't have a pen handy. All right. We're going to see if we can beat 13,000. I don't have the means to put the link here, but I do have a Discord. And it's just, jeez, it's just me and like a handful of my friends. But one of the things that I like, that I'm really trying to get moving, is the concept of the high score channel. And it's not necessarily like, in part, it's yes, let's all battle in this game, but it's also like a place where if you're playing a game, whatever it is, even if it's something nobody else is playing, just take a little screenshot. Say, hey man, I got this high score. Because when I see other people do that, it makes me want to play the games they're playing. All right, it's focus time. There we go. Smoke. The white truck is the smoke truck. Bum bum ba da dum bum 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 ba da dum bum bum bum. Hear that sound? That's the extra man sound. So where I'm at in the game right now, it's only going to put one enemy car on the screen at a time. So like at this point, as long as I don't speed up too fast and I keep the enemy on the other side, then no other enemies. Nice, easy pleasure cruise. As you progress in the game, that changes. Eventually it goes to 2 and then 3, and I don't think I ever got any further than that. This is missiles, which are only good for getting rid of the chopper. Let's see if I can get rid of them. Gotcha. Nice. Yeah, we're doing a lot better this go around. Yeah. There's two things about this game that I think ruin it. One is as the terrain changes, eventually there's a snow stage. And that's like come on, are you kidding me? Why are we doing this? And the other thing is the boats. There's a part in the game where you can, excuse me, drive off the road into a little house, and your car turns into a boat. And when I was a kid, I used to love it. I was like, let's go to the boats. But now I understand that the boat section is so poorly conceived that you go to the boats, that's the end of your run. So in a game like this, or in a run like this where I'm trying to get a score, as opposed to, just like having a good old time, there's no way in heck I'm going to go to that boat section. And even after all this time, I'm not 100% sure if I get score for killing enemies. Yeah, it looks like I got like 100 or 200 points or something silly like that. Some menial amount. Wow, that was really close. Haha. Another thing that's weird is that Spy Hunter's on a lot of different systems, but no other port was ever quite as fun. Yeah, see, that was the boat part right there. Oh, that sucks. No other port of this game was ever quite as fun as the NES version. The arcade version had a steering wheel. Oh my gosh. Get out of the way. There we go. The arcade version had had a steering wheel. So if you play, anything that's supposed to be it has to snow. It's the worst. Now my car's sliding all around. And now we have 2 enemies on the screen, so I'm getting further. Right, Game Boy Advance had a port of the arcade Spy Hunter, right? It was packaged in with something else. I can't remember what. And turning tried to emulate the steering wheel. So, like, when I turn in this game, you know, I'm drifting right and left, whatever. I press right, the car goes right a little bit. That's it. But there's no analog capabilities. And trying to emulate that on a D-pad just did not work out. It wasn't good. Alright, I think I'm good here. I can just cruise for a little while. I just gotta make sure that thing doesn't get me. Another thing that sucks is if the civilians die for something that's not your fault, you still... Oh, well. I guess that didn't freeze my score. I was about to say it still freezes your score, but I didn't. Nice. End of the snow. Are we up to 3? 3 bad guys in a single run? Oh, that sucks. There we go. Missiles. Gotcha. Get rid of this guy. Get rid of that guy. Get rid of that guy. Nice, extra man. No! No, 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 no! Yeah, 2 enemies. Gotcha. That's the end of my missiles. I used them all. Okay. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Nice. There's more boats. That's a death sentence. Another real close one. Okay, smoke, not quite as useful because the you can't turn it on and off, and you're more likely to kill civilians. So it really doesn't help you get a score. Gotcha. This was a really good run. All right, now we've got rockets. Whoop. Almost died to that, whatever you call them. All right, there we go. I got the oil out now. Come on, helicopter. Gotcha. Gotta get those points, man. Oh, no. Oh, wow. I had 2 extra men. But what I don't have is weapons. Drive fast, and then stop. Oil. That's my birthday today. Man, get out of the way. All right. Here we go. I'm glad I got this run. This is a perfect run to be streaming. No, I don't want to go to the boats. Oh, snow again. Nice. Oh, man. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Somebody in the comments said, listen for the sound after the chip in the in the machine has had a chance to warm up. This is a clone machine. So now I'm like listening carefully to see if anything's wrong with the sound effects. Seems okay for the most part. Might be something subtle I'm not catching though. But the way I figure it, if it's something subtle that I'm not catching, then it's really fine. Nice. Boom, get out of here. You have to be stopped to get that missile to hit. Is that the end? No, I got one extra guy. That's the end. That one has to go in my book, my high score book. I'm not quite sure where I put that. 129,000. How are we doing? Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought I was going to have to run downstairs by now. What else is in here worth playing? All right, let me readjust how we have it here. Can I zoom out? I think the phone can fly out of the tripod. Okay. This is like one of those anti-theft stickers. They would put like a strip in it so that the metal detectors would go off. I'm surprised how cleanly that came off. I thought that was going to leave all kinds of sticky residue. Uh-oh. I mean, I guess it's just as well. Nobody wants to watch me play hide live, but let's see. This is so Bayou Billy didn't work on this machine. Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt didn't work on this machine. And let's see. I'm hoping this isn't the third game, just because like that's a pretty high rate of incompatibility. I don't have a huge NES collection. Yeah, it looks like this isn't working either. My NES collection is severely cut down. I started cleaning house a couple years back, and I'm glad I did, because now if I want a game, like I can buy it. I have space for it. But yeah, that's 3 games that don't work on this thing. Pro Wrestling, Dragon Spirit. If there was anybody in chat right now, I'd ask. Let's play Dragon Spirit. I know it works, but I don't think I've actually done a run of it yet. Oh yeah. How are we doing? Yeah, shouts out to Burger Rider. We miss you, brother. He's not dead, by the way. He just doesn't do YouTube anymore, for all we know. Wow, that is really like sharp, hard to see. This is the stage that's designed for you to lose. Boss battle. Really good Advantage game, by the way, if you own an NES Advantage. Yay! If I pull it back, does that make it look a little better, maybe? I don't know. Blue Dragon. And I think if you fail that stage, you play as the gold dragon. Yeah, there we go. Let me see something real quick. No. Kazlab, how you doing, brother? I'm doing good. Just I've been granted a quick break on the weekend. Thought I'd play some Nintendo, and I'm aware that you can stream using if you have a halfway decent cell phone. So I thought I'd give it a shot. What are you up to, man? We are we're testing my clone system. We're not testing per se, but my clone system that I got recently kind of got me back into NES just a little bit. Yeah, thanks for that. That's one I've had for a while. I kind of wish I could have dug up my daughter's because we did buy 2 of those. But hers is squirreled away in a room somewhere. I think that's a good multi-card. Game Boy is the cheapest system to get clones for, and there's some good ones out there. I also have one. I filmed one. I haven't put it up yet, but I have a flash cart for the Game Boy. Everybody always talks about get an EverDrive, you know, when we talk about ROMs. I have a flash cart from the Game Boy that's like 12 or 13 years old. And I dusted that off and I tested it. And it still retains all the stuff that I flashed on it. But it's so old that I don't think I could get the software that I used to reflash it. So I think that's kind of stuck being whatever's on it now. The chat went away. I missed your chat. Nope. I don't want to stop streaming. Yeah, I don't know how to put the chat up on my phone. It like flashes when you say something, but it only stays there for a minute. Yes. Kill the Godzillas. Pokemon's honest, you don't have to worry about replacing one CRT 2032 instead of multiple. Yup, you got it. You got it indeed. I was shocked to find that it supported like custom screens for Game Boy Advance. I never tried it on Game Boy Advance until I shot that video. I looked up a modern flash card for Game Boy, hoping they'd be a little cheaper. Because my old flash card I got for $40. Now, granted, this was 12, 13 years ago, whatever it was, but it was much cheaper than they are today. So here's a question for you, Kozlab. If all the Pokemon games have overlays, do you know if any of the hacks have like custom overlays? I'm a made of the caught by the monster for darkness. Because I feel like that'd be fun. $40 to steal. Looking at a modern Game Boy Color flash card, and it's 110. Yeah, 110, no doubt. I was doing the same thing. Same thing. Oop. I think EverDrive. I might be wrong about this. I mean, you'd have to look up dates and stuff, but I think EverDrive was around at that point. But the only one I ever remember seeing was NES. Retro USB had never tried to hack some Legend Heart. Retro USB used to sell an NES EverDrive, and I remember seeing the price tag even back then, and thinking, nah, you know what? I'm good. I can just play my emulators and I'm fine. I didn't have a career at that time, though. Man, I'm getting roughed up. Come on. Loop around. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Thing about Game Boy flashcards, they're not compatible with gold and silver because of the real-time clock. Yeah, I gotta check that. Somebody asked about that gold and silver on the multi-cart thing, and it's funny to bring that up because of the custom stuff I bought. I think it was Crystal. I bought a I bought a repro of Pokemon Crystal, and the clock doesn't work on it, but I think it might actually work on that multi-cart, which is weird. But I have to test that. I'm not quite ready to like make a video where I'm dropping knowledge. I really don't want to be out there, saying stuff I don't really know what I'm talking about, because I've done quite enough of that in my YouTube/internet career. Am I dead? It's been so long I can't even. Okay, we do have extra guys. Okay, give me power-ups. Give me power-ups. Give me few, give me fag, give me dabba dabba zag. Oh, here we go. Nice. All of the little circles. Like seen an update video about that gold and silver are compatible Super Game Boy, but the colors are more limited. Yeah, man. Yeah. Rob, thanks for joining, brother. The NES clone work is pretty good. It's pretty good, but I'm definitely feeling the compatibility issues, even with my little tiny collection. Before you jumped in, I was trying to get Hydlide to work, of all games, and it was like no. So I know it's not working with my copy of Hydlide, no Bayou Billy, and no Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt, and none of those games are deal breakers, with the exception of Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. But that's 3 games, and I only have like maybe 20 or 30 Nintendo games, something like that. I don't have the massive collection I had when I was a kid. Earthbound Zero, I don't know. I don't have a repro of Earthbound Zero, and to be honest, I'm still trying to figure out how repros are gonna do, right? Because I had heard that these clones, they don't do well with repros. And so I don't have any NES repros anymore. I had some, but I sold them off a while back. So I ordered Super Mario Brothers 3 Mix or something like that. One of like the custom level Super Mario Brothers games. Desm, what it do, man? So when that shows up, we'll see how it handles it. And if it works well, then I might buy Earthbound Zero. I don't know. Yeah, the guy who in my initial unboxing of this console, a guy left a comment that like broke it down really, really well, and talked about how they made this system by basically compressing all the electrical components into a single chip, and that's where the compatibility issues comes from. It's because of certain yeah, it's a system on a chip, right? And the HD version of the Hyperkin 3 does not do that, which is why I want that console very badly, because it'll run all my dumb AliExpress games. The overscan at the top of the machine knocks it off, so I can't see the score. It sucks. Stronger enemies are coming now. Thanks, mate. Faster enemies are coming out, that's for sure. Oh. Like sank into the swamp. That's kind of cool. Well, I'm taking hits. Alright, so is this a background, or can I fly through this stuff? Looks like I can fly through it okay. That stuff I can't, though. Golly. Something tells me that sound's not the way it's supposed to be. I have to play this again on the authentic machine, but that sounded very crunchy to me. Shoot. This is it, boys. Can your flash cart hold saves? The Game Boy one I was talking about a minute ago, yes, it can, but only for one game at a time. And they designed it. Actually, I don't know if this is true that it was designed for, but it was popular because people were trying to play Little Sound DJ. So the idea was that it only one really mattered. This NES one? Well, it's not a flash card. It's a console. So like, look. See, that's a regular cartridge. So as long as the console holds saves, or the cartridge holds saves, then we're fine. Defeated by Dark Power. Died in Area 3. But now that you mention it, I have the original NES, but I have Super Retro Trio. Replace it. Yeah. Yeah, this is my clone. Rob, I want to get one of those. And I have the authentic here. So I use this to test. Like, if a game doesn't work here, I'll run it on the authentic hardware to make sure that the game isn't broken. Like Hide Glide wasn't gonna work, didn't work a few minutes ago. I still have to test that to make sure that cartridge isn't broken, because I've had that for a lot of years, and I think I ran it once when I got it. All right. What do you think, boys? Another round of Dragon Spirit, or am I going to pro wrestling? There's people in chat. Thanks, brother. The controller is too short. You know what? The controller is short, but if I back up a little bit and you look at how I have things, right? I have a chair right in front of the system. So the system sits like maybe a foot away from where I'm at. It works for the pro wrestling. Good choice. It works for this particular setup. But if that stopped working, I'm sure I could find some sort of extension cord. You know, now they make everything. All these things you can just pick up from Amazon. And by the way, I'm fully aware that this is like the traditional old man thing to say. But we didn't have access to any of this junk when I was a kid. None of us did. All right. Ugh, give me a second. Pull off the old sweatshirt. Thanks for checking in, brother. Have a good one, man. All right. I've never been great at pro wrestling. I just kind of started figuring it out the other day. Try the first version if you don't. The composite AV, the newer version went shoddy. You know, the older ones, I've also heard that Hemrock made the point that they go for a lot cheaper if you don't mind getting a used version. Because I guess people like tried to upgrade and are dumping the old ones. I'm just getting I'm getting demolished. I'm gonna play it out though. I'm not gonna hit reset. This is what Fire Pro Wrestling is like, by the way. I've got Fire Pro Wrestling for the Super Famicom nearby here, and I love that game. But whenever I play it, oh my goodness, the squash is real. There we go. Once I get him up, I don't get the chance to do anything. There we go. Pick him up, and then nothing happens. So, how often do you play? Like, I hope you don't mind me asking, but does that get a lot of play in your household, Rob? Because that's the thing. I have to be very careful about this, because I'm worried about buying too many systems that don't get a lot of play. Because I think I have enough of that. I think, especially if it's a clone console, there's no real reason for me to buy a clone console if it's not going to get played. Oh, jeez. I'm just getting wrecked. There we go. I was mashing the wrong button. Yeah, it seems like when I pick him up, when we're both in standing position, I'm already like locked in receiving move animation. I wouldn't say any system does, honestly. It's more lack of space and priorities. Yeah, man. Adulting, right? Boom! There we go. Pick him up. It won't even let me like move out of the way. I'm like already in. Never enough time. Feel you there, man. You know what this is like? This looks like a late career WCW match just before the end. Nobody really knows what's going on, and it's just sort of awkward. I'm not gonna pick you up then if I'm just gonna get locked in a. Shoot. Well, that's nice. I actually beat this guy the other day. Didn't get into wrestling games until N64, PS1. Haven't played any in years. Yeah, I was the same way. When they were new, I didn't get into wrestling games, and I didn't like pro wrestling until WWF Warzone came out for the PS1. And then everybody on the block had a custom guy on my save. I played it at a friend's house, got lucky, and picked it up for not too much money, and everybody played that game. Man. Yeah, okay. I must have to be mashing buttons when I'm picking them up or something. There we go. Nope, that's not it. I don't remember the Hulk Hogan cartoon. Was it any? Well, it's a silly question, but was it any good? Thanks, brother. This is a very special TV. We got this TV when I was still poor. It was $100 off the shelf at Best Buy. If you can imagine a tube TV being at Best Buy. Didn't have a car, so I had to take it home. Carried it on the bus. That was in probably 2004. The tail end of CRTs being like available new. My goodness. Hulk Hogan was the best cartoon. Is that still possible to watch? And then my next question was, did Hogan actually voice Hogan? Because wouldn't that be just the weirdest thing, having some random voice actor voicing Hogan's body? Eat your vegetables, brother! After these messages. Alright, I think I've had enough pro wrestling. It's gonna stay one of the games that's pulled out and ready to play. There you go. Let's test this out. So I'm not going to play through the original Metal Gear or give it a real run, but I'm going to show you something. This is a little trick that one of my friends showed me, and I wanted to make a video about it at some point. So let's test it and make sure I still know how to do it. So Metal Gear had one of these crazy password systems where there was a lot of characters. But one thing that was interesting about Metal Gear is that most games that do this, they remove the vowels so that you can't pick vowels. Metal Gear didn't do that. So, as a consequence, F me, and then you play it, and now you're F'd. Because I'm at the very end of the game, I'm about to fight Big Boss, and if I look at my inventory, no weapons. The wrestlers did not provide voices. Now I've got to see it. I've got to see that. Alright, so that's my little password trick in Metal Gear. That's going to get a short video coming up. I'm thinking about the hour mark. I gotta go back downstairs. So let's do one last quick game. Should it be OG Super Mario Brothers? Or excuse me, Mario Brothers, not Super Mario Brothers, or Iron Tank? What do you think? Kind of leaning towards Iron Tank. I think I'm leaning towards Iron Tank. I played Mario Brothers the other day. Iron Tank, yeah. Mario Brothers is a good game, but yeah, here we go. Never played this one as a kid, I don't think. I remember it being around. SNK makes good NES games. Heck yeah. Guerrilla War is another awesome NES game. There aren't very many NES games where you can like credit feed through the whole game, but Guerrilla War was one of them. And because of that, I really liked it as a kid. Yes, running over people. Oh, that wasn't good. Thanks. Yeah, you're welcome, bro. Don't forget to equip weapons in the menu. I played this for the first time just the other day. I don't think I've ever done it. Like, equipped the weapons the way you're supposed to. Jeez. I remember when I was a kid, we were at the airport, Dulles Airport, and they had a little arcade. I'm dead. And in the arcade, there was a tank game that this reminds me of, but I don't remember what it was called. What I remember is that it had 2 arcade sticks, and if you separated the 2 sticks, the tank would burrow down in the dirt to hide. I wish I could remember what that game was called. That's one of those like lost game kind of things. I know there's forums where people like do those all day, so I could probably figure it out pretty quickly. Yep, before there was all these options to play at home. Do you remember when like the arcades had were guaranteeing a better experience than you could get on a home console? That seems weird for me to think about now. Call. Snake, watch out. Whoa, okay. Wasn't expecting that. This guy's gonna get me. I don't know how to do it. It's like I have to hold down shoot all the time to make sure that the turret is actually spinning. Oh, wow. I didn't think I was going to do that. Got him! Yes. Neighbors. Contact our spy, Tommy J. He'll give you a long bullet ability. Nope, I don't want to contact the spy. I want to go back to the action. Okay. Oh, wow. Didn't see that coming. I don't know why I didn't see that coming. I'm on train tracks. Oh, dear. I am the dead one. All right, this is it. Last guy. Die in the game, you die for real. Success or seppuku. That's it. You have to have the bomb equipped. Well, it's further than I got last time. And that concludes our hanging out playing NES on a Sunday. Thank you guys much for jumping in and hanging out just a little bit. I'll catch you next time.